that I'll play So Good by Zara on this marinara? Me either. Alright guys, the chords and lyrics, this one are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/NatPicking. Click notes, and that's where you'll find the chords and lyrics to this song and also hundreds of other songs that we've done as well. Also, follow me on Snapchat, and that would be cool. We can snap, we can chat, we can be friends. Because I don't have any real life ones, so that'll be fantastic. Alright, so let's get started with the song. I'm gonna teach you the chords first. There's only 3 chords you need to know. And yes, they're all bar chords, but it's really easy. You can do this. And then I'll go over the strum pattern. That's where it's gonna take a little bit of practice. So we're gonna start with a D minor chord, which is where you bar the 5th fret like so, all of the strings, and then you play an A minor shape above it. Just like a normal A minor shape chord that you already know, but now you're up here, okay? So like so. Middle finger on the 6th fret of your B string, these 2 fingers on the 7th fret of your D and G strings, like so. Okay, and that's your first chord, D minor. Second chord is a C chord. Yes, you could play it like an open C chord if you wish, but it's going to sound better if you can play this C bar chord, okay? So to do that, you're going to bar now, you're going to move your bar from the 5th fret down to the 3rd fret, like so, still not covering this lowest E string. And then you're going to play an A shape. Okay, above it. So that's your little finger here on the 5th fret of your B string. Middle finger on the 5th fret of your G string. Oh, yucky! The one on the guitar, silly. And then your middle finger, that one there, is going to go to the 5th fret of your D string. Okay, to give you the shape. C. I play it like this by just barring, by lying down that finger instead of squashing them all into one fret. It's totally up to you. As long as you've got this happening, you're good to go. So that's a C chord, and that's your second chord. Then the last chord is a B flat chord, and to play that, you just need to take this same shape and move it down 2 frets, okay? So your bar's no longer on the 3rd fret, it's now on the 1st fret, okay, like so. And that's a B flat chord. So those are your 3 chords, D minor, C, B flat. Okay, I'm going to be playing it like this, but remember that you can also play it like so. That's totally up to you, okay? So, those are the 3 chords. Now we're going to talk about our strum pattern, which I've got lying across the bottom of the screen there for you to follow. Okay, and what's happening here is we're going to be counting like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, and we're going to divide it into 2 parts. So the first part is there's 4 bars. Each bar is where those lines are. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's 1 bar. Okay, so that's 1 bar. So we've got 4 bars for the first part. And the second half of the strum pattern is another 4 bars, okay, which you can see it across your screen now. So we're starting with the D minor chord in place, and the ones that are in red, that's where you're going to strum, okay, in red. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? Alright? And then, where it's in red, where the C is for the next bar, that's when you're going to change chord and play the C chord, okay? I've written the chord right above the number beat where you change. So in context, it would go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? Then you're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and, okay? That's where you hit that C chord, okay? And then 4 and then you move it down 2 frets, and you're going to play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so if you're a little bit lost, I'm going across the top line of the chords there. Okay, so ignore the bottom half of what's written on the screen. We're just going across the top half, and when we see a red note, okay, either on the 1 beat or an and beat, that's where you're going to strum. And at this point you might be saying, well, what's the blue one, NatPicking? Well, the blue one is where you can give it a little slap. Okay, and that's when we're getting a little bit fancy. So we'll go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so the blue is where you can give it a strike across the strings like that, or a slap, but otherwise you can just completely ignore it. Okay, So that's the first half of it done. Well, let's go over it again really slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 that's when you go to the bottom half now, which you're going to be reading, and it's very similar but slightly different. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, so hopefully you'll figure out that where the chord name is, that's the exact beat where you change chord. Okay, in context, if I was to speed it up, it would sound like this. I'm going to start from the top half, then I'll play it right through to the bottom. Alright, so that's when you speed it up. But I do recommend you playing it really slow first, and then work your way up to playing it fast. It's no good if you're going to try and play it at full speed when you have no idea what you're doing. So just play it really slow, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, for every strum, of course, when there's a strum right next to each other, you're going to go down, up. Okay, that's how it's going to work. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, down, up. Okay, simple as that. Again, it's going to take a little bit of practice, and once you get really good, you can put in the slaps on the 3 counts. But again, if you're going to get there, you need to go slowly. You've got to walk before you can run. Confucius says that a long time ago. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, but walk before you run. It's the same with strumming. Strum slow before you strum fast. Cool story, bro. And that is the whole song. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you've enjoyed it. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Snapchat. And I'm laughing because the cameraman, aka my brother, was trying not to sneeze, and I was like, is he gonna sneeze all over his knees? But he didn't indeed. So that's the end of the story. So bless you, Amo, for almost sneezing. Also, thank you guys for all support. Join us on Snapchat. God bless. Much love. Goodbye.